With this stance, what I'm going to teach you is your 3 basic shots. Well, the third isn't really too basic. It's actually one of the more difficult shots, but it's your 3 basic shots all together. You have what is known as the onside snap, or the onside flat. Here's my stance. All you're doing is you're twisting the hand. So I'm here, twist, and you're there. You can't see it. Let me attempt to take off this real quick, and I'm going to use the underside. When I'm holding my sword, I'm not death gripping it. And when I'm swinging, I'm not swinging like this. Please concentrate on the wrist and the fingers of the hands. I'm not doing this. Notice how the fingers are locked. I'm really hindering the full motion of my wrist. What I am doing is I leave it slightly open and I'm snapping with the wrist. So essentially what I'm doing is this. Okay? It's causing that natural whip of inertia to bring the end of my sword forwards and snap at the end. So this, with the arm, and then with the hips, is your shot. Okay? So anytime I'm throwing my shots, I'm not death gripping the sword. Don't death grip the sword. You're limiting your own power. It's essentially there. So let me go back. So essentially what you're doing, once again, you're getting in your stance and you're taking it to what we call the onside. The onside is wherever you're swinging from. So my onside is here. Offside is the opposing. There. Onside, offside. Okay? Onside shot, once again, quick review. Get in your stance. 70% back, 30% forward. Butt tucked. Get in your stance. You're basically unleashing this way. Generating all the power from your hips and driving it forwards into your adversary. Okay? That's your onside. For the offside, what I do is a chambering technique. What I mean by chambering is, this is my stance. Now, if I want to throw an offside to the face, you have 2 options. I can either take it there, with a simple, quick snap of the wrist and of the hip, and attempt to bring it in to the offside of your head. Or, for more of a power shot, I can chamber the power here and use it to bring it across at a higher velocity. The two different times that I really utilize these are, if you're attempting to throw that quick shot to the head, okay, just throw that flat offside, okay? Or if you want to throw a really good feint. A feint just means a fake to the head. So let's say I want to feint, then I'm taking the shot here to the head, and I'm really attempting to hit the offside of the head. Basically attempting to draw the shield up. So I can do this, draw the shield up, and bring it back on the person. When I do that offside shot, I'm bringing the elbow up. And you notice that anytime I move my sword, I'm moving my shield. There's my onside. See, I'm still protecting myself. So if somebody tries to come in here, I can recover and attempt to throw my shot in retaliation or encounter. Okay? Offside. It's either there or there. And the third, and probably one of my most favorite shots, is the wrap shot. Now this one varies from person to person, once again. So depending on who's showing you, you might have different variations as to how to throw the wrap. I like to throw different depth wrap shots. What a wrap shot is you're basically allowing the centrifugal force of your body to whip the tip of the sword around your adversary. Your hand then comes over itself, and you're connecting with the back edge of the sword onto your opponent. So if we're fighting and I'm here, getting in my stance, and I want a wrap shot, it's there. I'm bringing it around. I'm trying to get behind your shield, possibly hitting you in the head, or I'm trying to keep a good range and trying to throw a different angle shot. Maybe this flat snap here, you're always blocking. You're always blocking. So maybe if I throw a wrap, you think I'm going to go wider, make it shallow, really go around them. All depends on your situation. Your hand is basically cutting. Its natural motion is allowing it to then topple over as you're bringing it in. It's there. Very hard shot to get the power for rather. It takes a lot of practice. Don't be discouraged if you can't throw the wrap initially. It's probably one of the hardest shots. So, yeah, wrap shot, and also my personal favorite. Like I said, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? There. Okay. As far as the wrap shot's concerned, the way I throw my tight wrap is when I'm in my stance, I will bring the elbow into my body. So the elbow's into my body, then I take my shot. You're just throwing a basic shot, like a punch, to the outside of their head. When you do this, I then kick my elbow up and out as the natural motion on my hand is coming over itself. Okay? So, as a natural motion, it's coming over. You take it, bring it around. Just because you throw shots as well, you're throwing combinations. Please keep in mind, you are keeping control. I know I was guilty as charged when I first started. But I have to say I've grown as a fighter over these past couple months. Greatly. When you're doing your combos and your shots, really people, focus on what you're doing. Okay? Focus on what you're doing. Just because you're throwing a lot of combos doesn't mean you're coming around wildly like a madman and attempting to just hit anything. Because at that point, you're just swinging, you're not fighting. Alright? It's like being a dancer, but not being a ballerina. You understand what I'm trying to say here? Just because you can dance doesn't make you a ballerina. You have to be trained. Hone your skills. Have some respect for yourself, for what you're doing, and for all the people who've done it before you. When you go on that battlefield, you're not just representing yourself, you're representing anybody who's ever done it before you, okay? So just remember that. Have some respect in what you're doing. Take the time. Do Pell drills. If you don't believe that Pell is important. I'm going to bring it to you the way somebody brought it to me. I wish I could remember who said this wonderful quote to me, but I can't remember it. Somebody came up to me and they said, Hassan, do you do Pell work? And I said, as most starting people would say, probably. I said, nah, you know, I prefer to have live action. I prefer to go out there and actually get down with the people. And they said, you don't practice your point control? And I said, why bother? That's funny, right? And they said, that's like a heavy boxer. That's like just a heavyweight boxer saying that they don't hit the punching bag. Now, as a martial artist, that really took me back, you know, like, wow, never thought of it like that. You know, take the time. Take the time to come out here. Take the time to throw these right shots. Get your feet right, get your stances right. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to comment down below, ask questions as well. Just play the video back. Practice, 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 all right? So this is Hassan of House 3 Skull, known as the Eastern Fighter here. And thank you for watching once again. Please hit the like button down below. Please subscribe, share these videos with the society, with everybody else. And until next time.